It's going to be an in-depth update of my car camper. First things first, it is a Ford Focus. Let's get everything set up. So, just to go over everything really quickly, this is a 30-degree sleeping bag, which accomplishes everything I need to do. It's just Ozark Trail Walmart brand sleeping bag. I live in the southeast, so it does not get cold very much. In fact, it gets way too hot in here. This is a little pad I made from a comforter from one of my old beds inside of my house. So I just stitched this together and made it into a little sleeping pad. This triangle pulls out to access the drawers more easily because I have this cabinet there. And just in here, we have a butane stove. Coleman right now, butane. I normally don't buy from Walmart for my butane. I buy from REI, but my closest REI is about 60 miles away. So that's a bit far for me. In here, I have my dry goods or my dry food. And that is hemp seed, red lentils, flaxseed, chia, cinnamon, and MSG. If I'm not eating well on the road, which I usually don't, I will pop a multivitamin every now and again. I don't use it unless I have to. I also have cumin in here. I usually have more spices, but today I'm a little low. These are peppers that I bought myself and dried, so I keep those with me as well. Have some Mrs. Dash for whenever I'm making something. I have a small cast iron here, some plastic spoons, of course BPA free, and that is that drawer. This is a small air con. It's not actually an air conditioner, it's basically just a fan, and you can freeze this with water on it, but it'll put too much humidity in the air, so I just use it as a fan. And I keep within it a DC to USB cord, so I can plug that into one of my power banks, because I'm not running a battery system at all. But I do have an inverter, and I'll show you that in one moment. Here I have paper towels hanging off a carabiner or a D-ring, whichever one you prefer. And then this is P-cord. I have P-cords here with taut lines so that I can tighten and loosen it to get out things. And I'll just pull out everything so you know exactly what I have in here. So here, I have this little Stanley stove that I bought on Amazon. It can open up and it has bowls within it. This costs about $15. This has bowls and everything that you need to cook on the road. I usually bring a cast iron as well, but I did not this time. So that's that. I have more P-cord in here. I have another USB cord for charging my power banks. I have letters in here from and to my pen pal that I'll be sending out soon. I have duct tape. I have film that I've yet to develop. 12-foot tape measure, a Minolta SR101 for whenever I'm shooting small film. I leave my large and medium format cameras in my house so that they don't get too much humidity and get damaged. This is pretty rugged, so I'm not too worried about it. This is my headlamp that broke off. So if you saw my last video, it was inside of a Franklin doll. It is no longer there. Every now and again, I get bored, so I have this to play with. And this is just a top, basically. For whenever I have nothing better to do, I just do that. I don't play video games, so I just leave that going. And it does what it does. These are my shirts. Also there. I might find a different way to put them back, but basically these taut lines of P-cord hold the shirts in there. These are my pants, my athletic shorts under here, my running shorts, because I am a trail runner, and my underwear is in the corner over there. And that does it for the back. That is a baton in case, I don't know, a bear comes. A baton's not going to stop a bear, but at least it gives me an idea that I think I can beat it, even though I won't. So to walk us around, this right here, let's just talk about it, is Reflectix that has a piece cut out. And then I put the mesh that you get from a garlic bag if you buy garlic in bulk, and I put it on here, and I put some Reflectix tape around to hold it on there. I can let down the window and get some air circulating in so it doesn't get too humid and build up condensation on the windows. However, the mosquitoes are bad in the southeast, as they are almost everywhere. So that helps to prevent bugs from coming in. And then to prevent light from coming out or people seeing in for privacy, I have another piece of Reflectix, which is here, which is mounted on the inside, because the light cannot curve around the surface, even though it's Reflectix, because this part touches the inside bezel, the seal, therefore the light won't come in and go over. So that does that, but the hole is enough for air to pass through around that, because this is just touching the bezel. It's not clipped by it. Here, I have an inverter. It's only a 3-amp inverter, so I can't really do much with it, but it allows me to charge my battery banks and other things, my laptop if need be. So that is right there. This is a string attached to the only seat I have open in the back, which allows me, whenever I'm here, if I ever wanted to have someone in, I could pull up from the back and then secure that seat. I did remove the bottom of the seat, so it's not the most comfortable seating position, but if somebody wanted to ride with me or needed to ride with me badly, then this is available for them to do so. Let's go around to the other side. Just coming in from this side, once again, we have Reflectix on the windows. We have this, and as shown in my previous video, this is a small table, and it just comes in underneath this, like so, and then we just put that there. And then if I have something heavy, then I have a small pole that I fashioned out of a piece of aluminum, and then there's a hole that guides it in, like so, and then it works just like that. We do have Franklin. His back is all out, so we do apologize for that, but he does remain there for the most part. This, if you guys would like to look inside, is where I keep my audio equipment, because I do have a podcast. So I just keep this in a small bag that I got for something. I think someone bought me some body wash, but I don't use Axe, but the bag was very nice, so I kept the bag. I have another drawer that I'll show you all. And in order to pull out this drawer, the seat should be lowered. So we pull it out, and then we see once again the book that I'm still reading for this week is Star Trek Deep Space Nine. It's the long night, so that has Quark and Odo and all the cast from Deep Space Nine. This is my multi-tool set, because I don't bring my drills or my saws with me because it takes up too much space. These are cable ties. This is obviously a block for a cord. This is one of my power banks. I do believe it's 5,000 milliamps. This one is 10,000 milliamps, which I run my AC unit on, or my fan, glorified fan. In here, this is where I keep my tools, my drill bits, if I ever bring my drill with me. This is gaff tape, just a little bit, all you need. This is a flexible measuring tape used usually for tailoring. These are hex keys, like star-shaped Allen keys, basically. And this allows me to take off my seats or to put them back on the road if I need to. Here, I also have staples if I need to staple something, have markers and pens, just enough to where I need it, and that key goes to my roof rack. In this one, this other box is a first aid kit, but it's not very good as a first aid kit. I do have aspirin, I have antihistamines in here, I have band-aids, I have, what is that? Yeah, I have a non-aspirin as well in case someone is allergic. I have alcohol to help wipe and sanitize the surface. Here, this is just filled with buttons, so it takes up space for no reason, but those buttons are pretty important to me. Scissors, of course, can't go anywhere without them. Extra pair of glasses in case mine break. A lock that I forgot the password to, so I got a TSA key for it. Headphones, extra lip balm because everyone's always using their lip balm, losing it. We do indeed also have more P-cord because you could never have enough. We have pliers. We have other deodorant, which is a nice deodorant that is titanium and aluminum free. We have writing pads. We have parcel bags. Then we have Robotech Genesis, which is a comic book. And we also have Robotech Masters, which is another one. And I think Robotech Aftermath, and then a Batman comic as well. I don't really read comic books that much, but I'm entertaining the idea of getting into them. So I do have a lot of knowledge about DC and Marvel, not from the films, but from Wiki, which my friends hate. So I'm trying to actually read the sources instead of just learning about them online. And also, you don't have to pull out the drawer here because I cut out this entire swath. Basically, you just flip up the comforter and you can pull that out and access it completely from the bed. So if you would like to do that, that's completely possible. This flips up while my seat is back while I'm driving, and it flips down onto the seat to elevate my head. If I am on an incline, or because my car is naturally with the front end down a little bit, I will usually sleep with my head towards the back and my feet this way, but I can sleep with my head this way, which is what I try to do if I can position my car in a way that's helpful. More Reflectix on the windows. Here, I have a 5-gallon water jug, and I keep it sitting up like this. I put it in the front seat because I don't plan on having people ride with me every day, so it's fine. If need be, I can obviously just put it on the back seat right there. This is just a pullover in case it gets cold. N95 mask because it is coughing season. Another book that my friend allowed me to borrow. Another mask. A water bottle I got from a camp I worked at this summer. It's the driver's seat. And this right here, which is the last thing, is just 2 pieces of fabric that I stapled together and glued together, which was just to make a blackout curtain. I do have Reflectix cut to size, but it takes far too long to put it up, and I feel that's not very stealthy. So this is just Velcroed on, so I can quickly put it up, and that's it. Not to forget, I have extra blankets in case I'm in a cold place, which are up here in a net that I also made. And I'll show you guys how I made it, and if you would like, I could do a video of me making the net. So this is just the net. It's just simple knots right there to hold up my blankets and anything else that's lightweight that I can hold up. I did end up selling my cargo box because I didn't need it. So I've decided to sell my cargo box. And in doing so, I thought I'd make it easier on the person who was buying it. So I took it off of my roof rack, which leaves it open to put a basket or any other number of things. I might even put a deck up there. It'd look kind of weird, but we could do that. So we have that in the back. It fits perfectly. It is a tight squeeze. We have a bare roof now, so that's nice as well. As you can see, there is no space left to put anything else. So hopefully whenever I meet up with the purchaser, I'll have my space open and I could put something else on the top as well. It was also reducing my fuel economy. So now I just have the roof bars up here, which do their job. You know, as I said in the last video, I might add a small deck onto here. It'd look kind of weird on a small car, but I also think it would look cool. You don't want to draw too much attention though while stealth camping, but nonetheless, you know, it is what it is. So let's just get a look at the front. So as you can see, it's pretty dark in there. It just looks like someone was too cheap to buy Reflectix for their windshield. And here, I'm going to black these out because this looks obvious that someone's sleeping in here. Let's take this off, get this top spinning again. And that's how it looks from the back. And that's it. If you guys have any more questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. Just leave them in the comments.